So you've decided it's time to sell. Should you hire a real estate agent to sell your house here in Tucson, Arizona? Do you want to pay large commissions? How long are you willing to wait before your house actually receives an offer? And how long will it actually take to close? What sort of repairs are you going to have to make? And what does it look like when you leave every day? Are you able to actually show it with less than 24 hours notice? These are just some of the questions you're going to ask yourself when you're trying to decide the pros and cons of hiring a real estate agent to sell your home here in Tucson. Hi, my name's Carl Krenzel. I'm the broker over here at Carl Buys Houses. When it comes to selling a real estate home, there are several things that you need to consider. One of the things you do need to consider are the commissions and fees that are involved. Real estate agents are paid based on a percentage of the sales price of your home. And if you don't use an agent, there's not going to be any commissions paid to a buyer's or a seller's agent. And that really can mean thousands of dollars in savings to you. Now, commissions are 100% negotiable, but here in Tucson, it's not uncommon to see commissions of upwards of 3% per side. So if you sell your home for $400,000, you'd have to pay $24,000 in commissions alone, along with traditional seller's closing costs and other possible transaction fees to the closing agent, to the real estate agents, and the other people in the transaction. Real estate investors typically do not charge commissions or transaction fees, and if they do, it's extremely low in comparison. Another thing to consider is the waiting time frame. Real estate agents have access to the multiple listing service, and that allows your property to be found in searches or certain features of the property. Now, this certainly sounds great, but it does beg the question, how long will it sit on the market? And how fast will you receive offers? Real estate investors and other direct house buyers typically have a network of other house buyers. So if your house doesn't fit their portfolio, it might fit another one of their colleagues' portfolios. Either way, this means a very limited waiting time for an offer. And when you sell your house in Tucson, Arizona to a house buyer, they typically will close faster than a traditional house buyer, and usually they'll pay full cash and take it as is. Traditional house buyers typically require qualifications from banks, mortgages, appraisals, and underwriting, property inspections, and repairs, and in the end, the buyer may not qualify for the deal. That's something you really need to know. Next, inspections and repairs. Professional house buyers like myself at Carl Buys Houses here in Tucson will usually purchase homes as is. As seller, for you, this means that you don't have to worry about doing any kind of repairs between now and closing or any kind of expenses that you weren't planning on. There are some companies that don't require inspections, what makes it truly an as-is transaction. And when you use a real estate agent, the buyer's agent will almost always order a home inspection, and that is going to end up finding something. They're usually paid to find something. And then when they find something wrong about the property structure, they may require you to fix it out of pocket before the property closes. And what's worse is if it's found on on an appraisal issue, then you're going to have to disclose it to the next buyer, making you fix it. Another thing to consider is showings. If you decide to use a professional house buyer here in Tucson, Arizona, like myself, you'll not have to worry about going through the roller coaster of emotions. There's no frustrating middle of dinner phone calls asking if you're available to show the house. You don't have to worry about leaving your house spotless every single day before going to work just in case there's a showing. Listen, you don't have to worry about the possibility of running into a buyer's agent or their clients and dealing with their questions. Listen, you don't have to worry about a buyer's agent arguing with you on which furniture should leave or what you should repair. Look, there's a lot of situations to think about when you're trying to sell your property here in Tucson, and I can help you as an investor, as a realtor, as a broker. I can help you decide what avenue is the best for you. Feel free to give me a call today, 520-403-6227, or send me a message in the link below to discuss the pros and cons of hiring a real estate agent to sell your home here in Tucson, Arizona. Thanks for listening, and as always, have a powerful day. Bye-bye.